Today we're going to Curry's to pick up the Olympus TG-5 Tough camera that I bought online. So that's the TG-5 picked up. Comes in a small box. Come on. In this video I'm going to test the Olympus Tough TG-5's main attribute, which is that it is waterproof. This is the first test of placing it in water, and let's see if it survives. I've only owned it a couple of days and used it for maybe 20 minutes. So this could be either confirmation that it is waterproof or dead camera. So before I dip it underwater, I'm just gonna double check that the seals are sealed. This is the battery and SD card compartment. That is closed. And the USB, yep, locked. Now, I know a number of people have posted online, especially on Amazon reviews, that there's an issue with these popping out open when underwater. So hopefully that's not going to happen to this brand new camera that I probably only use about 20 minutes in total. Let's turn it on. Here it goes. You know, it's against my instincts to put a camera underwater. Let's zoom in. As it goes under. Okay. You're about to take the plunge. I hope this is not the end of. Oh, the bubbles. Some bubbling. It's a bit scary. It's still working. There's bubbles there. I'm not happy with the bubbling. Bubbles there, bubbles there, and let's turn it. Well, it's still working. The seals are still intact. That was a bit unnerving, first time dipping in the water. Let's do it again. Watch for the bubbling. See that? I'm telling you, that's making me spooked. Let's put it on record. Okay, it's recording HD now. And this is what it sounds like when it goes underwater. As I continue talking, I'll play the footage from this camera. Basically, we're starting here. I'm not happy with the bubbles. I'm going to open it up and see if any water's got in. And that is a bit unnerving. So I'm going to put it under and I'm going to play the footage of what the sound sounds like as it goes under. So from now on you'll be hearing from the camera and watching the video from the camera, from the TG-5. So here it goes. Well, as long as it doesn't break, or the water doesn't get in. Anyway, here we go. It's very unnerving, I have to tell you. Always keep electronics away from water. Okay, Now we're doing a test of putting the TG-5 underwater once more whilst it's recording a video in HD. Oh, just realised I didn't switch the dial to underwater. So now I'm going to test the camera, putting it underwater whilst recording in HD, and we'll see if it survives. So I'm not too happy with the bubbling, but I'm sure you noticed or heard. Yeah, it's recording now. Down it goes. It's now recording underwater. On a plus note, there's still some bubbling going on. Yeah, it's recording now. Down it goes. Now recording underwater. On a plus note, there's still some bubbling going on. Yeah, you can see the bubble. Should be recording. That is a sight normally you don't want to see. Scary sight. Down in the water. So it's now recording on the water. Still in the water for 30-40 seconds. So it's now recording underwater while I'm splashing around. Let's see what the footage looks like. It's been underwater for 30-40 seconds. Let's see if it's still recording or if it's died. So now I'm going to take the camera out of the water and we'll see if it survived, if it's still recording or if it has. Oh, that's a relief. Still working, still recording. Hope the sound is fine. Now I'm going to take the camera out of the water and we'll see if it survived, if it's still recording. Oh, that's a relief. Still working, still recording. Hope the sound is fine. Sound levels a bit erratic. Sound levels are a bit erratic. You can see the sound levels are going a bit crazy. Dripping water. Front's a bit fogged up. There's a bit of fogging. You can see it is a bit fogging up, so it needs to be dried before you can continue shooting. You can't put it under. Should it fog up? It needs drying. Basically now I'm going to towel dry it. Not going to put it under water again. Towel, still on, still recording. Let's see, it's still pretty foggy. Okay, let's stop recording and take a picture. Some condensation. Basically you need to dry it completely. You know, wrap it in a towel and then let it dry in before it gets back to normal. Once it's been underwater, you can tell it's not back to normal yet. But the main thing is it's still working. When the sound levels appear to have gone back to normal. Initially there was a lot of noise even though there was nothing was being said. Now it appears to come to normal. So that is the first test of a TG-5 being placed underwater, and I'll confirm whether it's survived it or not once I transfer the footage onto the computer. See what it sounds like and looks like. Yeah. Do subscribe for the next video in this series as we test out this waterproof camera, but so far so good. It survived its first underwater test. I'm going to put it through a lot more those tests, like taking into swimming pools and the ocean. But so far so good. It survived its first mildest underwater test. No more than about 4 inches underwater for nearly a minute. At least a minute. Phew, that's a relief, isn't it? Last thing I wanted is that to be dead. Yeah, the screen is starting to clear up a bit as it dries.